for this specific episode, I'll go in depth in a topic that I think is very important, that is really the base of all electronic music. I'm gonna do some kicks, and I mean kicks by I'm gonna do some huge tuned kicks. So there's 3 parts to it. First, I'm gonna process the kick and I'm gonna pick the right note for the kick, which is important, and you cannot do that with sampling, guys. Well, you could do it, it might be degrading a little bit. With a drum synthesizer, you can re-choose the tone that will fit the track, and most likely, if you're a professional producer, you will use this tone or this key throughout the track, so everything will be in tune, so the mix will be seamless, it will sound really like it's a whole, while if you use drums in different keys as the notes of the synth, it will be different. Anyway, guys, so I will make some kicks from scratch. I'll use all the techniques that I know, the most common trick to do this big kind of resonating kick in the room. I'll make some layered kick, I'm gonna use compression. I'm gonna show you guys to recreate those kicks. And of course, at the end of this episode, I will take all of this and I will make a template with it so you guys can get it on our site, wemakenicemusic.com. Guys, you have to check out our site. We have over 6,000 templates from 500 producers who make music they love and they just share the project. Guys, I think this is the best way to learn. The site's been up for 9 years. People are loving it all around the world. Guys, you have to check out wemakenicemusic.com. But let's get started right away on this epic journey into kicks. So I think this is going to be very interesting. I wanted to do this one for a while, guys, but you know, I like to do music in real time. Sometimes I just want to go in depth in the project. So let's just get started with simple kick. So we have a kick here. Let's be honest, it's not very exciting. So with Logic, we have all those kicks here that are there, that are available at our fingertips. So I'm gonna just pick a kick that will be more, let's say, techno-y. And by the way, if you run Logic, you have all these. This I don't mind. I think with the lower key, it might. So what's happening when you tune it? If you go too low, sometimes the bit of the noise part of the kick a little bit later will sound more. I will show you a kick if you haven't look at kicks before, guys. This is a kick drum. The first part here, which is really the hit, the click, the pluck, call it what you want. And then at about 20 milliseconds, you really have the humph, like the tone of the kick that's coming in. So you can see it play here. If I wanted, I could edit it like this. So I get just really the click a little bit. If I want to add the humph. So you see the waves here, it's tighter, and the looser it is, the more low end it will have. Unless there's a bunch of distortion. A good trick to make a kick sound fuller to start with, let's say, is to add a little bit of distortion to it. So let's just do here distortion. I'm gonna take this is the distortion 2. Just let's say if you want to do like a chunkier kick, I'm gonna look at what we have here. Heavy snare, vocal fuzz. Not so much what we're looking for. Then I will create a preset. For me, I'm gonna put some drive. Not so much. Look at, give myself a bit of juice here. Without. It's nice, but with, you have more of a pluck. You have more chunk. This is an interesting way to start. And let's say that I'm gonna do the most basic, like kind of techno kick thing, which is to put a reverb on it. Okay, I will not put the reverb in an insert because I will not have control over the EQ. So I will put the reverb onto a send bus. So I'm gonna create a send bus here. And I'm gonna go into my bus here. I'm gonna use a reverb that I can control easily, that has a lot of function. I'm gonna do a chroma verb. Then I'm gonna use the default and then send some signal so you're gonna hear it. So you probably heard that before, something similar. Then I'm gonna check the ambience. What I'm looking for is some low end. That's pretty good. I don't think I have enough density. A bit of decay, not so much. I could go crazy, but this will not yield very good results because the kick has the time. The reverb has to have time to decay. You can put in time too, and put, let's say, half a bar. So now I will really have complete control over the length of the decay, or can do 1 bar. So it will go, and then at the end of the bar it will go down because it's every kick fills a bar distance. This is nice. You can really put it far, which is gonna be odd. It's nice, like it's kind of poppy like this. I like it. What else? Oh. So if you wanted to, in the mix, in the track, you could use the distance, let's say, and put it up to create an effect of something that is building up. I think I'll put 10. And what I would like to do, which is a bit of an odd one, so I will take my reverb here. So this is deeper, guys. So you have to understand that I've been, like I said, doing music for 20 years. So this is advanced tricks. So I'm gonna take my sampler here. I'm gonna route it to a different bus, so I'm not gonna use so I'm gonna route it to 20. I will take my reverb, I'll route it to 20 here. So then I will have to find 20 because there's something that is not quite. The Q sampler is here. Okay, I've done something wrong, so I will undo this. So this was the stereo, so this is here. This is good. I want to take the bus 14, which is here. Oh, I cannot select this, so I will have to create here. I'm gonna create a track. I'm gonna go here. So what I want to do is to send this bus to, I cannot do this. This is stereo out. Okay, I'll have to recap again. Okay, the chroma verb is here. So this chroma verb here, go to bus 20. Okay, now I have what I wanted. I'm gonna go remove musical typing, go into our bus 20 here. If I select, I have all the signals. So what I have in this bus is the original signal plus the reverb, and what I want to do is to bond them together. So I will do that with the VCA. I don't want to attenuate the kick so much, but I will do compression on it. So I'll take a compressor, I do stereo. It's already interesting, so I'm going to take this VCA here. I'm going to use a preset that's called slow. So I want it to really be slow, for recuperation at least. So let's say we want to go back to our original signal. So this is the kick we have now. Say we want to remove the VCA, want to remove the reverb. So this is our dry signal. This is what we started with. If we had the drum chamber, then we had the comp. And I'm gonna go too heavy on compression because I think this is very good like that. And this can be it for this kick, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replicate this. Boom. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating a completely new version of what we were working on. I'm gonna take this kick here, I'm gonna replicate it into up. I'm gonna replicate it into our newer session. Is it gonna go? It doesn't want to go. Hello? No? Okay. I'm not sure why this isn't working, guys. Usually I take this, drag and drop. It doesn't work. Maybe I select this. Copy region with automation. Yes. No? Okay. Logic bug. Okay, well then. So that is the first idea. This is a like more a topper, like an upper kick kind of thing. I want to do the same, but really with a low rumble, like something super chunky. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take my musical typing again because it seems like. Let's record it again. Mute this one. Quantize. So now we have this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the kick. I'm going to go maybe into more like a subby, kind of more impactful. Let's drop it. Somehow this is still. There's some things that are happening that are not under my control here somehow. Ah, okay, because the reverb is still here, so not really. Oh, sorry guys, I have to undo what I was doing, which is to send this onto this group here, and I'll put it to stereo. And then I'm gonna cut this is very odd. I still have this. Oh, it's because it was here. Okay, this is what I was looking for. I wanted to cut this. It was deep into the menus. Anyway, let's do a second kick. I'm gonna put it on the root key here. I'm gonna see if I put it longer sometime. Ooh, that's already a good start. So now we can really control the length either with the MIDI or with this, and you can see that this is interesting because this kick is actually immensely long, and you can even zoom in there. You can make it longer here. So it's looped. I can get a bit more of the click. And if I really wanted to blow it up, which would be weird, let's say I want the whole length of this, I can play it here. This is really a blowing speaker kind of thing. So if we go maximum length, I think it is too much, a little bit. So let's say that we just use it like this. Gonna drop the volume because this is a lot. So this is good. This is a good starting point, I think. Gonna look at the EQ here. We're really here in the low regions. It just stays. It doesn't even move the EQ. Oh, somehow it is just not. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of the same, but not the same. So I'm going to create a new send here. I'm going to send to bus 21. So they're going to be separated. So if you get the template, you're going to be able to reconstruct them the way you like. So I'm going to go into bus 21. I'm going to do a different reverb. I'm going to do a reverb that I use a lot if you know me, and I'm gonna do like a super huge room, and then I will do my best to control it, because I know it's gonna go a little bit out of so let's look at the reverb signal. So the reverb signal is here, but it's adding some, I wouldn't call it weirdness, but it's adding some really kind of unlinear groove to the track, because if we remove it, it's nice, but width. And then I'm thinking I would compress this kick a little bit, because it's a little bit crazy. And for this, I would do a VCA, or like a classic VCA or a FET. Let's try just a classic VCA. So there's no attack or anything. It's kind of auto. I don't really choose it. What I can choose is obviously the ratio, and I think 4:1 for me is a better. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can hear it, guys, because YouTube audio is not the best all the time. So if I do a higher ratio, to me right away it just contains it. It has some thickness. It has like a chug that's there. I don't really want to compress it more than 3 dB without. It's tame. It's not very wet. And again, guys, compressing your content too much is never a very good idea. So this is a good kick. I think this is interesting, but what if... is it gonna work this time? No, it still doesn't work. Okay. What if I want to, let's say, layer it with another kick? Let's say I want to have for a second part something a bit more punchy, and then I wouldn't call it brittle, but something that adds dimension, maybe some punch. Oh, the root key is quite high here, but oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna really leave it to the root key of the other kick, so we have something. Okay. Our kick is here. Let's put them together. It's okay, I guess. But I really want to go and dig a little bit to try to find something that will... This is an 808 kick, you know. But again, every kick is in different keys, so I would have to tune. Let's put it down. Kind of like that, because it's got a bit of a I would say like a resonance, like a little around, let's get the frequency around 80, while your original kick here is definitely in the low end. So if you juxtapose them, so you get weakness here, you know, a little bit, and I'm bringing some of the strength here, so we have a bit more of the punch there. Now to balance them, I think I would drop this one a little bit, and I would like the sum of both. Oh, that was nice. The sum of both to be no more than minus 10 dB. So we have a lot of room. So if I want to bring this one up, so we could, okay, minus 10, we'll leave a bit of room. So this is just the kick, so let's cut the low. Let's say you can start with this and have the groove going, the hats going, and then when it just hits, it's just like boom, you just drop this. And of course I did not compress them together yet. So for these two, there's a compressor already here. This is like a drum bus compressor, so let's see if the that will do us, oh yeah, a little bit less. And if you want, you can of course always drop the reverb, which is here. This is nice, I mean, but with this, like for me, it's just my personal preference, and I think I would also go into the silver reverb here and just try to drop the really low, just to have a bit of the groove, but not to have so much of the sub, because the sub will take, I mean, we cannot really hear it in headphones. I mean, maybe if you have a sub, you can feel it a bit, but it's really gonna create some rumble, so we don't want that. So I think this is a good kick for a second kick for this template, guys. And I'm gonna go into an 808 now. 808 is interesting but limiting, so I'm gonna bring back musical typing. I'm gonna record it since Logic don't let me copy my MIDI today. I'm gonna go here. I guess I will have to mute this one now. And also mute this and this. Okay, so we're gonna go into the 808. You know this kick, guys. So I'm just gonna record a kick. It is somehow similar to what we just used, but not quite the same. So we can take the MIDI right away, create ourselves a few bars so we have room to work. Up. Drop it into the kick channel here. So you can hear right away. So what I want to do first, like I was talking earlier, is to find the tone that will suit the best. This is the original. It's nice. I personally, the click at first, not the biggest fan of. So where's the kick? So it is not the same sample as the one we were using before. It's there, so you can see the sample is a lot shorter. It has a bit of the same kind of waveform. I do not trigger it completely here, which I think is fine. I could remove some of the click. I can just chop it here at first. Just remove some of the click and really go. But there's something there at first that could be useful. So this key, I don't know, I would go try to see if we go a bit lower. You can hear the tone just got here, like the very low subs. It's just has a lot of intensity in comparison to the original one, which were here. And now we're in D. For me, that worked. That is definitely a better kick. What I would do immediately is to drop like a compressor, but a very, very light compressor. Probably a platinum, because it's very clean. I'm gonna put the attack to be just about this, the release to be quite slow, like very, very slow. To compress the tail. Then I'm gonna bring it up to output about -10 dB. Let's say this is the start of a track. -10 dB is about ideal. I mean, for me, I've been working at -10 dB to make every track, and then you just have enough space after that to put the rest of the elements and still preserve some dynamics. Sorry guys, some coffee needed. I just want to start making tracks, guys, but I'm gonna focus on the kicks for now. So this is good. I think to go with it, I would again layer. And I'm not gonna do so. I'm gonna do the last kick with the synth and the blend of the synth and other elements. But so those are the two layers that are in there. I think I will. I'm gonna try to tune them first, and then the second layer that I'm gonna leave there for you for the template, of course, is gonna be a different kick. I'm gonna go into kick 3. They all have they're a bit different. I think I'm a bit low for this type. method. That is nice. This plus that. Whoa, this is serious. And then I have a compressor on this kick here, but I could also top it up here with another gentle, like probably 2 dB here. Again, the release for this one fast, the attack a bit slower. I don't want to do this so you can hear. Let's distort the first hit. So I want the click to be able to go about 15 milliseconds. Let's say the click, you can hear the clicks, and then I want to compress this thick chunk part that is there. So this alone is enough to make a really good start to a track. And then for the fourth kick for this special installment of your live electronic music tutorials, guys, we're gonna use a synth. So this is gonna be interesting because I'm gonna use the root key again. Is it gonna replicate it? It doesn't want to let me replicate MIDI somehow. Let me try another button. Oh, something happened there. I don't want that. It's zoomed immensely. So usually I can do option, drag and drop. Oh, it worked now. Okay. So now we're gonna use a synth. We're gonna use Alchemy, and Alchemy has some percussions already in there, but I want to start with the bass. So the bass layer of our kick is gonna be a 808 mutation bass or bass, I don't know which one. This. So I am obviously way too low. Then we're gonna, this is a bass, but it's not quite a bass, it's obviously a kick, so. Somehow this one, oops, feels different. Well, it's just kind of the same root sample. Then we're gonna go into the setting of the synth. Nothing for us here. Gonna add some drive. Ooh, I like this. If you really want to funk it up with some LFO, it's kind of nice. That I thought was very interesting somehow. So let's put it up. LFO rate, 1/4. Could really go to 1/8 or even 1/16. A bit too much at 1/16. So you're at full. So we're just skewing the signal of the kick a little bit. I think the cutoff is unnecessary. Some room here. I'm gonna bring the volume up a little bit here. So this is interesting to start, and I think to layer this with a 909 kick would be just perfect. So we have the lows of this, and the kick of the 909 will be just more punchy. Like, to me, I like to call this cardboard kick because it was used in a lot of dance music track in the 90s when I was going to clubs and growing. It doesn't have so much tone and punch, but it just hits. So yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe one lower. We can hear already. So I'm gonna judge the replicate here. I'm going to judge the output of those two kicks is going to be the main out. here. I'm a bit high, so let's drop that a little bit. And then this one too a little bit. Let's try to balance them. Sounds very good, guys. So what I want to do now is to take those two, this TR909, I'm going to take the output, route it to, let's say, bus 22 for fun. I'm going to take the output of my mutation bass here, the first one that we did. I'm going to route it again to the same, so we're at bus 22. I'm going to take the total signal of those two, which is a bit high, you can see it here. Drop a compressor. I'm not sure. I think we'll go again with the VCA because it does some very good work in the lows. And if we wanted to go a bit over top, we could also see without distortion with it, both the signal becomes hot, which is good. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. Now we're a bit hot on the output, like I said, so guys, we have enough kicks to really start building some techno. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put out some more work. I'm gonna put a bit of notes so you guys can understand when you open the project, make a template for you guys. And this is gonna be it, guys, for episode 233 of your live electronic music tutorials. I hope you guys enjoy. If you get a second, smash that like button. And until next time, may the sounds be with you and mostly the kicks.